Hi, and thank you for watching this back to school night video for AP Calculus BC. I think I probably all met you face to face last year, so you already have got this little introduction about me. I'm very happy to have taught all your daughters, and I'm delighted to have had them all again this year in class. It's really nice to have the four of them back together, or it will be when, hopefully, fingers crossed, we all do actually get back together in corporeal form, because they were a great little group last year. They all sat at the same table together, and it would be lovely to have that little gang all back together again. In terms of what we're going to do this year, the course is a lot shorter, because the new material that we're going to look at just builds on what we did last year. So in terms of integration, we're going to develop integration. We're going to be looking at integration by parts, which we've actually just finished. We're moving on right now to partial fraction decomposition and using that to integrate, coming up with logistic models and differential equations for logistic models, which you'll have heard when the COVID-19 pandemic erupted, I guess, back in the springtime. Lots of people were talking about exponential models, exponential growth, but in fact the flattening of the curve that happened, or that at least we hoped would happen, actually mirrors a logistic model rather than an exponential model. So that's something that it just provides a little bit of topicality to what we'll be doing in class this year. After we finish integration, the bones of this course, the big part of this course, is going to be looking at the calculus of series, and that's going to be a major part of the year. It's going to take us from late fall into certainly the end of winter. It's really where the guts of this course are. After that, there'll be other smaller topics, maybe not smaller in importance, but certainly shorter in terms of the breadth that we give them on this course. We'll be looking at vectors and how vectors are dealt with in calculus, and also how you deal with polar expressions and polar functions. The last part of the course, just like last year, the last part of the course will be dealt with exam preparation. The girls did very well last year. Very happy, proud of what they did. They coped really, really well. The four girls that are in this group coped really, really well with the difficulties and I suppose the unusual circumstances that we had last year. Made a great effort, and if we get the same again, I'll be more than delighted with them. They all did a splendid job, and like I said, it'll be great to have them back in class and to be able to actually tell them that. Classroom expectations, again, this is something you probably are all aware of, or as aware as you need to be of, but when we're working remotely, students are expected to stay in the call for the duration of class, at least when I'm teaching. I expect my students to be on the call for the duration of class. I know that's not necessarily the same in every group, but for this course it's important. There are only four of us, so there are five of us altogether, so there's a lot of chat. There should be a lot of chat going back and forth. There should be a lot of discussion. People should be asking questions, looking for clarification, suggesting things. Right now they work in what's called a collaborative mode, or collaboration mode, in OneNote. They work together, they share ideas, they help one another with problems, and it's really a lovely way to teach, and as much as we can have lovely teaching in these conditions. The key in this process that we're in, whether it's hybrid, remote, or what it's going to be in the future, who knows, but the key is going to be communication. So it's very, very important. And the girls are all mature. The girls are wonderful. They're very mature. They know when to approach me, that as soon as they have any difficulty, come and talk to me. When they're in school, just do what they've always done for the last 3 years. Come with the willingness to learn, be prepared, bring your device and calculator. I'm preaching to the choir here, I understand that. Again, the big thing to recommend is that, if small difficulties arise, try and sort those out quickly before they become something else. I teach largely the same way as I did last year, with the proviso that it's a smaller group so that there's more communication within the group, and there's more discussion and interaction within the group where I can sit back a little bit. But everything goes up on OneNote. The notes are all there in advance. Class time, particularly this year, class time is used for practice. We basically jump straight into getting ready for the exam by doing multiple choice questions at this time of the year and building towards the free response questions later on. One of the big changes school-wide this year, and you've heard about it I'm sure before this one, there are 3 new categories of assessment. Engagement, which deals with just norms of classroom behaviour. Are you coming on time? Are you turning in assessments on time? Are you properly in uniform? Are you on camera when you're supposed to be on camera? And daily homework. Formative assessment in regards to this class is going to be quizzes, traditional quizzes, and summative assessment. And summative assessments in this class would be traditional tests. So to be perfectly honest, I'm not going to change for this class very much from what I've done in the past. There will be tests. There will be practice tests given and keys supplied, as I've done in the past. Of course, as you know, is fast-paced now. There's not as much in it as there was in AB calculus last year. The proviso, and it's very important though that you know this, is that everything that we studied last year is also going to be examined this year in BC. Okay, that would be at least in the normal course of events, and we have had no communication from the College Board yet as to whether they're going to make any allowances for the sort of staggered start to a year and for the hybrid start to the year that many colleges and schools are having. But we're going to aim as though they're going to assess us. We're going to plan as though they're going to assess us as they would in a normal year. It's equivalent to a second semester calculus course in college. And again, the surest way to be successful, I tell all the parents and all the students this every year, when you don't get a problem right, any problem, no matter how insignificant you think it is, work on that problem again the following evening. Find out how it's done, what the right answer is, and how it should be done, and work on that until you're able to do it in its entirety without looking back at the notes and the explanation anymore. If you can do that, you will be successful, you will learn, and you will grow in math. My free blocks this year are A, C, G, and H. I'm very happy to meet with parents and students by over a Teams call or in person. And my email, as you know, is jquigley@holychild.org. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just please get back to me. Email me, call me. Email is actually better than calling this year because classrooms are now shared a lot more than they were with the smaller class sizes due to COVID. So we're sharing classrooms and it's harder to reach me by telephone. Email is definitely the best way to get me. So please do reach out if you have any questions. Again, congratulations to everyone for taking the AP test last year, and hopefully I'll see you during the year. So thank you very much, and goodbye.